Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 4. So this is going to be my trailer breakdown for Episode 4 of The Flash Season 4, otherwise entitled Elongated Journey into Night. But of course, before we get into anything else, let's watch the trailer.
Put me down! Don't put me down! Don't put me down!
Used to be a cop.
A dirty cop?
There's a list of people that want to toss him off roofs.
Oh, you're seeing this stuff. I finally puked.
You got a dirty little...
The Flash, only next Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
So just quickly, I will be announcing the giveaway winner from last week's trailer breakdown at the end of this video, so be sure to stay tuned if you entered that to see if you, of course, won that giveaway. So in the last installment of The Flash, that being episode 3, we had a lot go down in the episode, which did surprise me as I thought it would have been very similar to episode 2 with, a villain of the week and some little thinker teas mixed in. But instead we got explanations on the source of these new metahumans as well as some more leads onto what the Thinker's overall plan for this season is going to be. So I'm very interested to see where all of this goes and whether we get more to it in this episode, which you think we might, but they might give it a bit of a break, just like with what Supergirl did this week on its episode. It didn't focus too much at all on the villain for this season, just did like its own individual story, which I think this episode might be going for. So before we jump into the breakdown for this trailer, we will quickly go over the synopsis or description for the episode just to get a better idea on some stuff in the actual trailer. But do be sure to let me know in the comments section down below what you think of the trailer, as well as being sure to drop a like on the video to show your support, and of course subscribing to the channel if you are new. Cisco is shocked when Gypsy's father, Breacher, shows up on Earth 1. Breacher takes an immediate disliking to Cisco and decides to hunt him. Meanwhile, Barry runs into his old nemesis, Ralph Dibny. Now, one quick bonus fun fact before we break down the trailer: Tom Cavanagh, who plays all the Harrison Wells versions on the show, will be directing this episode, which is pretty damn cool. He has previously directed one episode, which was the Once and Future Flash episode from last season, when, Barry went to the future to find info out on Saboteur, and it was the first episode we saw the new Flash suit, which we now have this season. So the trailer starts off with us meeting the new character for this episode and the rest of the season, and that is Ralph Dibny, otherwise known as the Elongated Man from the comics. Now he's going to sort of be filling in the Julian Albert role, so whatever Julian Albert felt to you last season, just imagine Ralph Dibny slipping into that role as well. So he's not going to be in every single episode, but he's going to be appearing pretty frequently. We meet him as he is being held upside down over a sidewalk from the top of this building by possibly some mobsters or detectives, something like that. This scene in general just reminds me of like a mobster movie, or to keep it in like the DC Comics family tree, it gives me vibes of the Gotham TV show. This is definitely something you would see over there. Let me know if you agree with me. We then learn that Ralph Dibny used to be a cop, with Barry adding that he was a dirty cop as he hangs his picture up in the same area that Becky Sharp and Ramsey Deacon are pinned up, as if he is one of the people that were on that bus the day that Barry escaped the Speed Force, but we will come back to that later on in the video when it's relevant. As the synopsis does say, Ralph is an old nemesis of Barry's, and the way that Barry says dirty cop does suggest that there is still some rivalry and bad blood there between the two. We don't know at this point in time where their rivalry began, whether it was at school or at some point, or possibly at some early stage in both of their careers at the Central City Police Department. Possibly Barry knew of Ralph messing with evidence and being like a dirty cop or something like that. Barry could have got Ralph fired, who knows. Ralph in present day is a private investigator or a PI, so he has moved on from the Central City Police Department now, and his private work is obviously what is getting him into the trouble that we saw him in at the beginning of the trailer. Now, they did release a character description for Ralph Dibny, aka Elongated Man, which does shed a bit more light on the character. Ralph has the ability to stretch his body to superhuman lengths and sizes. However, while resculpting his old body is easy to do, Dibny finds losing the old misguided sense of truth and slobbery, even after joining the team at Star Labs, is a far more difficult task to accomplish. Next up in the trailer, we finally meet Gypsy's father, aka Breacher, who will be played by Danny Trejo, the cult legend. We see him blasting away both Barry as the Flash and Ralph Dibny, so it will be interesting to see why Ralph is even in this situation where he is coming face to face with a, Earth 19 bounty hunter. Like, what the hell is Ralph doing? But thanks to the synopsis, we do know that Breacher will mainly be after Cisco in this episode, possibly due to him not respecting his daughter as much as he thinks he should. But just like with Ralph Dibny, they also released a character description for Breacher, which goes as follows. Earth 19 bounty hunter Gypsy's imposing father. Also a feared bounty hunter, he seeks to prevent any interdimensional traveler from threatening life on his planet, especially his daughters. So Breacher does just seem like he's going to be one of those really scary dads, like really imposing as the synopsis or description for the character does say, that, you know, deep down just really cares a lot about their daughter. So Cisco, I wish I could be there to protect you, mate, but you're on your own and definitely watch out. Now, for those wondering, Gypsy will be in this episode. There was some confusion because the actress had booked another role, so there was some confusion whether she was going to be in this episode or not. She might just be like in the introductory part or maybe the ending. Maybe she comes to Earth 19 to help, you know, Cisco stop Breacher from attacking him and saying, hey, Dad, can you stop making, you know, an ass of yourself and embarrassing me? So Gypsy might just appear towards the end of the episode to, you know, bring Breacher in and calm him down a bit. But Gypsy is in this episode at some stage, but maybe not like in all of it and hanging out with Breacher the whole time. And to finish off the trailer, we have what many would choose to call the money shot of the trailer when we get to see Elongated Man, well, elongate I guess, and we see his arms stretch out. Now there are two ways to interpret what is actually going on here. The first is that this is actually the first time that Ralph has had his abilities show themselves, so this is the first time he is seeing his own arms stretch, which would explain the sort of weird look that he has on his face. Or Ralph is possibly sedated at this point in time. As I showed previously, Ralph and Barry are attacked by Breacher, so Ralph may have left that fight a little worse for wear compared to Barry, and it would explain him being in Star Labs. Due to being on medication, it may cause his abilities, which he would generally be able to control, to get a little loose and out of hand, and he could just start stretching all over the place and onto the floor, and whenever Caitlin pulls on his arm, that's why it just automatically stretches. Regardless of whether this is Ralph's first time stretching or not, you have to have a good laugh at the rest of Team Flash's reactions to the arm stretching. Like Barry is cringing really hard, Joe is in the back vomiting, and both Harry and Iris are giving that, okay, we have seen some weird stuff before, but this definitely takes the cake. Now, as I said earlier in the trailer, we saw that Barry placed Ralph's photo in the same area, like that, you know, that grid where both Becky Sharp and Ramsey Deacon's photos were. You know, the Thinker has like a similar setup, basically saying that Ralph Dibny was on that bus when Barry escaped the Speed Force, and that is how he got his metahuman powers. Obviously, in the last episode, we did see Ramsey Deacon and two others when Becky got on the bus just before all of that dark matter hit them, but we actually didn't see Ralph Dibny, so if they were going to give us a hint at those two characters, why not show Ralph if he was going to be in the next episode? So was Ralph Dibny actually on that bus, or is Barry, you know, jumping the gun a bit by placing Ralph among the bus metahumans, I guess we'll call them. Whenever I reference the metahumans on that bus now, I'm just going to call them bus metahumans because it's like 20 times easier. Well, it is entirely possible that Ralph was on that bus. We only saw 4 people. There are still 8 more people left on that bus because we know there's 12 that we are yet to see. And Ralph could be one of them. But over the break leading up to the start of all of our, you know, DC TV shows, new seasons, there was an interview where Andrew Kreisberg, an executive producer on The Flash, said that one of the big mysteries of the season would be around the source of Ralph's powers and how he got them. So unless they changed their minds and just decided to make Ralph one of the bus metahumans, we will be waiting a bit longer to find out how Ralph really got these abilities. Because to me, a big mystery solved in one episode isn't that big of a mystery. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah. Some of you may already know this, but back in season 1 of The Flash, Ralph was listed as one of the people who was killed or went missing following the particle accelerator incident. So you never know, that could be tied into it, or that could be, you know, retconned completely. But we will have to wait and watch this episode to find out what's going on with Ralph, and whether we find out whether he was actually on that bus at the time when the dark matter hit that bus, or if he got his powers elsewhere. And we're just going to have to wait a bit longer to find out what really happened. I have a feeling, just due to the fact that he's a season, you know, recurring character, that he won't be a bus metahuman. Like, we're going to find out how he got his powers elsewhere, and it might be a bit more of an interesting story compared to those other people getting their metahuman powers on that bus. But on to the winner of that giveaway from last week's trailer breakdown. I'm not doing one for this week, but I will do one next week. So every 2 weeks, I'll do a giveaway, just to keep that in your minds. So the winner of last week's giveaway was Tito Rivera, who left this comment. So Tito, all you have to do is just message me on YouTube and I'll get all your details and I'll find out which Pop Funko you want me to send out to you. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on the video to show your support for the video and the channel as a whole. Let me know in the comment section down below, what was your favorite part from the trailer? What are you looking forward to most? What do you think is going on with Ralph Dibny? Do you think he's a bus metahuman, or do you think he got his powers elsewhere? Just let me know all of that in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.